Ladies and gentlemen, welcome and good evening. The Argan Tree is a fundamental pillar of sustainable development. This seminar, which is organized by Morocco within its participation in Expo 2020, which is organized and hosted by the United Arab Emirates and especially in Dubai. Today, we are going to talk about an Argan tree with important value. It's classified by the UNESCO as the global heritage importance. It's only endemic to Morocco, in the southwest of Morocco. Recently, in 2021, the General Assembly of the United Nations approved the International Day of Argan Tree. The Argan is an ecosystem and a social system. It's a rural system, but it has also cultural traditions, and it can reflect the relation of the human to this tree, and also it extends over 800,000 hectares. It has historical roots. Its age is exceeding 200 years. It has its biological roots that are deep in earth. It's 30 meters below the surface of the ground, and it has also can resist dryness and salinity and the factors of the wind and even the hunting, and also a source of livelihood for the families, and it has uses in beauty and also rural activities. In this framework, dozens of cooperatives were organized because such cooperatives are living on Argan and its marketing. Today, we are going to host 3 speakers with expertise and wise knowledge about Argan Tree, and they are going to contribute to this session, and they are going to give us better understanding of Argan Tree and its economy. I will leave it to the speakers to introduce themselves. In the name of Allah, my name is Abdelaziz Afker, Director of Argan Development, and also I am in charge of National Agency for Development of Oasis. Thanks. My name is Mahdi Arrifi, General Director of Agricultural Development Agency, and it's affiliated to investment encouragement in the Ministry of Culture. So now also we have the private sector, Ms. Jamila. I'm so happy to be here to have this session with my colleagues. I am the President of Federation of Women Cooperatives. Before we talk to the speakers and the experts, we are going to display a movie about the Argan Tree.
Among biosphere reserves to be protected is the distinctive Argan Biosphere Reserve of Morocco, a biosphere distinguished by its rich biodiversity. The Argan tree is an endemic species to Morocco. This tree is our last corridor against desertification. It is preventing soil erosion. Its fruit contains a rich oil that provides many benefits. Argan oil processing is mainly ensured by women in cooperatives, the best way to fair production, better market access, and efficient marketing. In order to preserve natural resources and maintain the balance of ecosystems deemed vulnerable, The Argan Forest was recognized by UNESCO in 1998 as the first biosphere reserve in Morocco. It covers 2.5 million hectares that includes 830,000 hectares of Argan trees. In 2010, enlightened by the high directives of His Majesty King Mohammed VI to ensure inclusive and sustainable development of Argan areas, the National Agency for the Development of Oasis Areas and Argan Trees, ANDZOA, was established. Within the Ministry of Agriculture, the ANDZOA assignment is to design, implement, and monitor development projects involving various stakeholders at local, national, and international levels, mainly in coordination with the Department of Water and Forests, regarding the protection and valuation of the Argan Forest. The Argan value chain, organized with the Interprofessional Federation FEVERGUN, was supported by the Green Morocco Plan strategy to develop agriculture in Morocco. The Argan value chain is a priority that is fully in line with this strategy. A program contract for the sector has been signed between the government and the Interprofessional Federation. UNESCO inscribed in 2014 the practices and know-how related to the Argan tree on the representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity, considering that the Argan tree represents a priceless wealth for Morocco and for the whole world. In February 2020, His Majesty King Mohammed VI launched a large-scale project to plant 10,000 hectares of Argan trees on private land, 80% funded by the Green Climate Fund. 1 year later, in March 2021, at the initiative of Morocco, the United Nations General Assembly adopted a resolution proclaiming May 10th of each year as the International Day of Argan Tree. This UN resolution, co-sponsored by 113 member states, recognizes the major contribution of Argan value chain to the implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, calling for the acceleration of sustainable solutions to all major global challenges by 2030. The Argan tree will from now on be celebrated in Morocco and all over the world on May 10th of every year. The adoption of this day will undoubtedly have strong repercussions on the Argan tree ecosystem, and the international dimension of this recognition offers more opportunities to highlight the various roles of the Argan tree, as well as its contribution to humanity's effort to mitigate and adapt to climate change, ultimately to strengthen international cooperation for its development.
شكرا على هذا التقديم بهذا العرض عن شجرة أرغان.
Presentation. And I'm going to start with Mr. Afker, and I will ask him what about the biosphere of Argan Tree and what is the role of the national agency to protect and to conserve this heritage of Argan Tree. Thanks.
شكرا.
In this presentation, I would like to be brief, and I'm going to talk about the biosphere of Argan Tree. The first aspect, what is the importance of Argan Tree and its biosphere, and what are the changes that happened to the Argan Tree, and also what are the elements that caused it to be at a global level, and what are the future challenges. And also I'm going to talk about the responsibilities and the tasks of the National Agency for the Development of Oasis and Argan Zones, and its role and our accomplishments, and also what the National Agency is offering in the future for the sustainable development, which is part of its work. The Argan tree is a symbol of the original and long relation between human and its environment. Over the history, this relation was present and it has grown with the development of the communities, especially in this area, especially that this was the only source of livelihood and the food for the human only. And also, the Argan Tree has a role to the development of the local communities with the giving of such Argan Tree in regard of soil and agriculture, and also the wood for heating, and also cooking, and also other uses of the Argan Tree. Moreover, the Argan Tree is a kind of a species which was formed in this area, and it's originally from tropical regions in the desert, but with the changes and evolving situation of such region in Africa, so we started to have a group of forests where the Argan Tree is present with different ecosystems. On the other hand, the Argan Tree has different functions over the history, and it has a vital role in the local economy and the livelihood of the people. And also it has an important role in environment because it can protect the people against floods and also provide all the needs to the human, including water resources and also the water. And we all know the relation between the soil and the plant. The second element, it has a social and cultural role because with the passage of time, this Argan Tree is present and it's in the heart of the social structure and the relation and the social relations, and also it's inherited by the people and the groups, and also it's present in the local market. Finally, the Argan Tree is the backbone of the communities. Each region is known for a production or a certain kind of product, but this Argan Tree has double systems. We have forest system, we have rural system, and also agriculture and the farming system. So this is we have different systems, and also it can revolve around one element, which is Argan Tree, and it has also different uses over time and space. This is regarding the Argan Tree. When it comes to the biosphere and the coverage area which it covers, so the Argan Biosphere is located in the central region of Morocco. So it's to the north of Souaira city, to south Tizinet, and also it's on the south plain of High Atlas and the anti-Atlantic, and also it covers the north side of Atlas, and also it covers the south plain and also the High Atlas in the coastal area, and also it covers to the west. It's starting from the ocean to a height of 1,500 meters. So this biosphere, it can cover the 5 million hectares, and also the formations by Argan tree, it covers the trees are covering 800,000 hectares, and also it's the home to 3 million people in mountain and plain areas and also cities. The features of the biosphere of the Argan tree, it's known for ecological systems. So we have also, we can find systems on the coastline. And it also has semi-desert systems, and also it has forest systems and also desert systems, and also it has microorganism systems. And also you can find islands which are formed in the Atlantic Ocean. And finally, we can also find agricultural systems and also urban systems. So it's a complicated system, and it has a number of systems, and it has different aspects and ecosystems, and this would give us the idea about how to deal with such systems in terms of conservation of Argan tree. On the other hand, this area or this region is known for its dry climate. In the upper areas, it's just semi-dry, and also it is different from one area to another, from north to south, and also with waterfall of 250 millimeters per year, and with moderate temperature, say 25%. But there are differences in climate, or it depends on the year or the season within 1 year. Despite these factors, we can see that the biosphere include biodiversity in terms of the different plants, flora, and also the components or the natural components, which has a great value, and it has also valuable species as classified globally. And also there is a global interest in this region, as the human is the element which is behind this ecosystem, and it can interact with the natural resources in a kind of balance. But with the changes of climate and the changes of the climate factors, so we have heritage and civilization, which is our different kind of heritage. And this would include local identity. This biosphere has witnessed different changes and dynamic changes, and we are also aware that there are changes in the world, and also some countries are having changes like climate changes, and also changes related to the movement of the people and openness, and also we have issues which may affect the movement of the people and the relation between the human and the nature and the different uses of the natural resources regarding water and soil. And we can see here we have immigration from mountainous areas to urban areas because of job opportunities. This biosphere of Argan Tree, due to its importance and its human relation regarding the sociology importance and its relation to the uses, because it's a balance between the nature and the needs of the human. And this would make the biosphere is one of the most important things in Morocco, and it's classified as a natural reserve and by the UNESCO. And also the UNESCO classified the Argan Tree biosphere as intangible global heritage. And also in 2017, this biosphere and the area of this biosphere is classified as agricultural heritage, which is important, and this was by the FAO. And in 2021, the General Assembly of the United Nations declared that the Argan Tree has International Day of Argan on the 10th of May. So we can see such data would put a challenge that we need to conserve and to preserve this Argan Tree, and also to comply with the directions of development, and also to comply with the directions of the organizations. And this biosphere is the focus of the actors at the local level and the governmental level, and also organizations, and even the civil communities and societies are interested also in such a biosphere. The establishment of local organization is extremely important to conserve such Argan Tree, and also to promote this biosphere, and also to develop new projects with new methodology that would activate and would create interaction and inclusion. I will talk in brief about the National Agency for Development of Oasis and Argan Zones. This agency is interested on preparing and organizing programs for development in this biosphere, which is extending from the ocean to the eastern area, and also the Oasis area in the western region is the home to Argan Tree. And also the task of this national agency, it's about the natural reserves. It's about, we have here biosphere reserves. The biosphere of the Argan Tree is in the western region, and also in the Oasis in the eastern region as well. And this biosphere has many challenges because of the immigration, because it's in the middle of the Atlantic region, and it has no job opportunities compared to the north areas, because we need to provide work opportunities for the youth. And the main task of this national agency is to prepare development programs which would serve sustainable development in cooperation with the partners in the government and also the local authorities as well. The methodology we are following in our national agency can be about the development of the work according to the approaches and the methodology of the civil community. The national agency is studying the real situation of every region, so it can study. We can see descriptive study or technical study or accurate studies, and this would give us the real situation of each region. And we cannot work on solo, but we need to have an approach and a methodology which would identify the work with the participation of all the local actors and the players, and also to have such a study with real goals and clear goals. And through the idea of such projects, we can get the local funding and the funding from organizations, and also this would be through the international cooperation. So after the accomplishment we need to make a follow-up, and we give an opportunity to correct our path regarding the right time and the right place. So the national agency is in line with the development and to accomplish such projects in this biosphere. For example, this is a project. We have here the series of Argan. This is starting with a descriptive study, and this study gives us 16 areas for production. And also the main goal of this series of project is to sign a group of programs, and also to foresee the future, and also to find the solutions from academic institutes and academic research, and also to get the participation of the players, and also to have a teamwork which would include a number of players at the local level. And also we have some organized work, and also companies. This would include the companies and the right holders and the stakeholders, and also everyone who is related to this project, and also organization, for example, water authorities and farming authorities, and also marketing and production, and also we have government agencies which are participating. And we need to set the goals regarding the time frame and the places, and the national agency would get the funding through the available funding and the financing from the governments and other organizations. This is regarding the farmers and the agriculture. I'm going to talk about the most important milestones and accomplishments of the national agency since its establishment in 2010. We have here a progress in the indicators for following the number of the contributions of such a national agency. We witnessed improvement in the capabilities from the stakeholders and to develop everyone involved in the production process, and also the rehabilitation of Argan Tree on the area of 165,000 hectares, and also we grow Argan Tree on the area of 10,000 hectares, and also we develop the infrastructure of the Argan Tree, and also we support the academic research, and also we have an increase in the indicator of the development of such Argan Tree over the years, over the 10 years since the start of the national agency. One of the most important accomplishments of the national agency is the International Conference on Argan Tree, which is organized every 2 years, and this conference is a gateway, and it's a platform where everyone can meet, especially with academic institutes, and also technical contributions, and even it can include the cooperatives and also professional unions. And also this meeting and the conference is an opportunity to share experience between the donors and also academic institutions, and the aim is to encourage and to support academic research, because it has different disciplines. You have sociology, you have other specializations, everything related to the Argan Tree, everything related to the prices, and also have researches on the advantages of argan and its medical uses, and its prices and its marketing. And also the goal of the conference is to contribute to organize programs. And this is one of the programs which is a contract program, and also to celebrate the International Day of Argan, or the International Day of the Argan Tree. It's a good opportunity for the communication and to bring the officials together and the international organizations together on the day of the Argan Tree. And this would give importance to collective responsibility to preserve the Argan Tree. And this day, the International Day of Argan Tree, which is on 10th of May, is important. We have gains here, but we need to get more gains and to realize and to achieve bigger goals. So the agency demonstrates its accomplishments, and it has a vision which is from 2020 to 2030, and this is in line with the new strategy that was set by the Ministry of Culture, and also it has set standards and indicators for the production and the marketing and the pricing and the organization and the structure of the Argan tree, and also to conserve and to develop the Argan tree agriculture and forests. And also we have new indicator, which is the improvement of the quality of life for the human element, and also to encourage the younger generation to have a role in Argan tree, and also to include the youth in the Argan tree programs. In conclusion, I would like to summarize my presentation in two important elements. The first one, that this biosphere of Argan tree, it's a natural legacy and heritage, but it has a treasure of knowledge and a human element that we cannot separate such natural resource of from the human element. We cannot see Argan tree apart from the human element, because it has a stronger relation with the human. The second element is that today the National Agency for Development of Argan Zones, it has an active role in the dynamics of this Argan tree, and it has also encouraged all the partners and the initiatives at the local and the regional and the international level. And also the ultimate goal is to conserve and to preserve this wealth for the upcoming generation, the future generation. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Afker, for such valuable information about the biosphere and the role of national agency, and also the methodology that you have adopted. So it's about technical side, and we were talking about social side, technical side. So this methodology is very creative and so helpful for such a biosphere. You were talking about the biodiversity and the production and the Argan tree as heritage and the cultural heritage and a kind of civilization. And also you talked about the role of national agency, that it has improved the situation of Argan tree and the forests and the human element as well. Thank you so much. Let's talk to we have many contributions to the development of this sector. Even we need funding, we need finance to do such great work. So the Agricultural Development Agency is doing this work. We have here the General Director of Agricultural Development Agency. How can the agency collect the necessary funding and the finance to make best use of the international funding, in addition to the role of agency to the development of local products? Let's welcome Mr. Mahdi Arrifi, General Director of Agricultural Development Agency. I would like to thank Mr. Afker because he gave us a very sufficient presentation, and he was talking about the features and every aspect of Argan Tree. So my presentation will be so short. I will take some minutes to tell you about the role of Agricultural Development Agency in terms of funding and climate changes, especially that we have changes that regarding the investment in relation to Argan Tree and the local products. I'm not going to take a long time because Mr. Fakir already talked about everything. So I'm going to talk about the funding. The role of Agricultural Development Agency is to promote investment in the agricultural sector. The agricultural sector, it's through funding. Some funding coming from local authorities and the others coming from international organizations. And also we are doing a structure for investment in agriculture, and the Argan Tree has an important role in the development of culture, and we complement the work of the National Agency for Development. So I would like to take this advantage to say that Agricultural Development Agency, it's approved by the international funds in developing and being and interested with the climate and the climate adaptation, and also the Green Climate Fund. Our agency is approved by such funds with the climate adaptation climate, and this was done in 2012, and it was also approved as a local authority, and it was approved for the projects with goals, with specific goals that are in line with the climate change, and also to reduce the emission of the green gases, which is important factor at the local level and the international level to combat the changes in the climate, and also to improve the quality of life of the citizens. In 2016, our agency was approved by the Green Climate Fund. Once our agency was approved by the Green Fund, the first project was the growing of Argan Tree. And this was a very new initiative because this is for the first time at a large scale on the area of 10,000 hectares, the domestication and the growing of Argan Tree, because the Argan Tree is a forest tree. But this kind of project or investment, we are trying to grow and to domesticate Argan Tree as from agriculture perspective. And we would like to thank the Green Climate Fund because it gives great interest to the Argan Tree and also to reduce the emission of green gases. And also Mr. Afker talked already about this, and we don't need to repeat it. We have here Argan Tree project, which was funded by the Green Climate Fund. And this is a major project. It includes about 26 projects, and also it's in Morocco and in different areas inside Morocco. We are going to display some images and photos from the project. This is the growing process of Argan tree, and also we are growing medical and plants. And this is very useful to the beneficiaries, and especially the cooperatives, and also the large, there are people who are benefiting from this Argan tree growth and domestication. And also we have projects to collect the rainwater. This is regarding the funding, and this is the first of its kind for funding such a kind of projects from the Green Climate Fund. And also we have another project, and we have a vision for 2020-2030, and the initiative is to protect the Argan tree, and also to invest in Argan tree, and to increase the area of the growth of such Argan tree. You know that Morocco is known for a variety of products, including Argan tree and olive oils, and also spices and dates, and is very rich with such products and honey. And also the biosphere of Argan has a great role to play in the production of such commodities. So it's not only about Argan tree, but it's at the level of the local level. The biosphere includes other products such as the bees, and the production of honey and the medical herbs. And also it's important to mention here, as Mr. Fakir said, that the biosphere, we have women cooperatives, and also many cooperatives are living on the production of Argan tree. There is an important strategy in Morocco for the development of the local products and its marketing. The strategy is depending on 5 main pillars. First of all is to qualify the productive groups, especially the cooperatives, and also to establish and to build logistic and commercial platforms to help the producers, and also to have access to the markets. And in addition to the promotion and the advertising for such products, and also the coding, and to have a standardization of the products. And this is under the strategy of production. Argan tree has a great importance. We have here also rehabilitation of the producers of Argan products. And Ms. Jamila Idbourrous will be talking about the women cooperatives and its participation, and also at the technical level and the quality of the product and also the marketing. These are some of the products of Argan in Morocco. We have here oil for food, we have oil for cosmetics, and we have some derivatives and byproducts from Argan Tree, and some kind of shampoo and some kind of soap. At the international level, it has great importance, especially when it comes to beauty and cosmetics industry. We have also a program to help the producers to access and to have access to the international and local markets. Also channels of distribution, and also are providing big areas, and we are providing also markets and supermarkets, and also we are organizing conferences for the promotion and the marketing of such products. And also we have promotion at the international level through the products of Argan and participating in international conference. But as long as we are here in United Arab Emirates, so Morocco is participating on annual basis in the Nurture or Nutrition Conference held in Abu Dhabi every year. And also Argan Tree or Argan products are included in our participation in the conference here in Abu Dhabi. Also, we are participating in conferences in Europe, in the Green Week in Berlin, and also in Paris, and also other exhibitions in Europe. Also, we are developing the e-commerce. We are working with the development of e-commerce, and also to help the cooperatives and the producers in their local products to market their products through the technology and e-commerce. And also we are launching many campaigns, media campaigns for communication to encourage the consumers at the level of Morocco and also at the international level. And we are trying to promote the high quality of our products so the consumers can buy it. And also we have coding for such products. I tried to be brief. So we talked about funding and the promotion of products. Thanks, Mr. Mahdi Arrifi, General Director of Agricultural Development Agency, and thanks for your role of the agency for the promotion of such products from local level to the international level. We have two stages, the stage of before the Green Morocco and after the Green Morocco. And thanks to such funding, we have accomplished many projects, including the projects related to the resistance of climate change, and also the biodiversity, and also In 2021, we launched the green strategy, and our agency was approved by the funds
لمشاريع في هذا المجال بصفة خاصة لأن هناك يعني طموح.
We have big ambitions in regarding Argan.
كذلك هناك دور اللي لعبته في التسويق.
And also the agency has a big role in marketing of Argan products, and your help and your support to the cooperatives. So thanks to the Agricultural Development Agency for their help and support to the cooperatives and rehabilitating and preparing such cooperatives, and you promote such cooperatives from local level to the international level, and it can have, and also it can be approved by the organizations at the international level. Miss Jamila. So also the role of the women and how you organize, how you succeed to have successful women and successful women cooperatives. My presentation will be a testimony of the Federation of Women Cooperatives since its inception and the foundation, and the role of the Federation of Women Cooperatives in conserving the Argan Tree. The Argan Tree has social and economic aspects. We have 3 dates that are important that the director of Argan Development mentioned. We have, because this year is very important because this Argan Tree was recognized. And also we have another date where the heritage and the tradition of Argan Tree was recognized, and we are so proud to celebrate the International Day of Argan Tree because it's on 10th of May of every year. So I'm going to talk about the Federation of Women Cooperatives. Federation of Women Cooperatives was established in 1999 with the participation of a group of women. At the beginning, it was established with 4 cooperatives, including 60 women, and also, but now we have 18 cooperatives, and also this would include 1,400 women, and all these women are working on marketing and production of Argan. And also we have domestication of Argan Tree. We have 18 cooperatives that are located in different regions. We have in Sowera area, and thanks to God, we have about 1,400 women that are working in such cooperatives, and such products are promoted in different markets, and this was supported by the programs of the state. And also we have programs that are provided by the state which help to establish such cooperatives, and we have other initiatives which would build the capabilities of the women in the area of marketing, because the marketing of local products was very difficult to the women in the cooperatives, but we have an initiative from the national agency to promote and to help those women to promote their products. And thanks to the wisdom of the king of Morocco. And also we have been encouraging the women, and those women has access to the markets. The cooperatives is regulated by the law. And this is regulated by the general authority, and we have an administrative council, and this administrative council would give all powers to the executive body of the Federation of the Women Cooperatives. And also we have a council of consultants and advisors, and it's a committee for advising and guidance. As we have said, the establishment of cooperatives, and we have established local social and economic activity, because Argan Tree is a source of living to the rural women. And also this would create job opportunities for such women, because there is no other products, only Argan products. This would help their children, their husbands, and this would contribute to the protection of the environment as well, and also to reduce the migration of the people from the rural areas to the cities. And also it has it's an economic and a social model which is depending on marketing of the products and logistics. I'm sorry because my... Let's go to the goals. The goal here is to protect the natural resources and to create economic development, and also to have a kind of diversification of the products of Argan Tree, and also to improve the income for the ladies, and also to promote.
كذلك ما بين الأهداف يعني تكوين التعاونيات وبمساعدة من طبيعة الحال من مؤسسات الدولة وخلق أنشطة مضرة للدخل. كذلك مواكبة التعاونيات للحصول على شهادة الجودة، لأن الهدف to get the certificate of quality and coding according to the national and international standards, and also to get a certificate. Those women can get certificates for quality assurance. These are the stages of Argan production. The first stage is to collect and to pick the fruits, and to dry the fruits, and to separate the nuts from the kernels, and also to roast the kernels, and also to extract the oil. Before the establishment of the cooperatives, this product has no identity and we cannot use it. But thanks to the cooperatives, we can now improve the way how we process the products, and also thanks to the certificates that was got by the cooperatives, this would give better value to the products, and we can access the international markets. These are some licenses and the certificates of production, and also testimony to our high quality products. We have here certificate of origin.
And this was very helpful to the agricultural development. And also we are following and adopting the coding and the standardization criteria, and also the safety, health and the safety certificate, and also the certificate of origin, and also have coding certificate according to the Morocco standards. These are some of the exhibitions that the Federation of Women Cooperatives participated in. The Federation of Women Cooperatives is encouraging all the women in all meetings and places, and also we participate in the Green Week in Berlin, and also in Paris, and also agriculture conference in Morocco, and we participated in other conferences as well.
بعض المحلات التي حضر فيها الاتحاد ومجموعة من
These are the events that the Federation of Women Cooperative attended, and we are promoting such products through shops and kiosks, and also have shops and outlets in Morocco, and also we are marketing our products in Casablanca. And also we participated and we make use of the electronic marketing, the electronic gates. We have created a platform, electronic platform for the promotion of the products of the Federation of the Women Cooperatives. And also we have a
الجائزة الذهبية، وحصل كذلك على الجائزة البرونزية سنة 2014 وكذلك 2018. بعد مشاركة الاتحاد يعني كل عبر هذه السنوات في والحصول على هذه المجموعة ديال التكوينات.
The Federation of Women Cooperatives, after its participation and work over the past years and its presence in such exhibition, and also it has organized meetings with customers and consumers, and we have witnessed an increase in the number of markets where the Federation is present. And also there was also an increase in the number of exhibitions where the Federation participates, and the Argan products is available now in many international and global markets. And also international labs and laboratories are using the products of Argan. And this Argan products has its label and its coding system. We can see an increase in the marketing and development of Argan from 2000 to 2020.
مع تحيات نساء تعاونيات الأرغان.
With our regards, I would like to thank the women of the Federation of Women Cooperatives. I would like to invite you all to visit the Morocco Pavilion. We have a special place for Argan inside our pavilion. You can explore about 12 areas inside the Morocco Pavilion. Thank you so much, Ms. Jamila. Actually, we would like to thank you for your great effort and the effort of the women. And this is a great development for all and your contribution. And thanks to the cooperatives. We can see that there was a boom in marketing, and also this an increased presence of Argan in international markets. And also thanks to organization, you were able to access such markets. And this is testimony would show that you are working in line with the strategy, your government strategy of Morocco for rural and agricultural development. And this is a success, that this would empower the ladies and the women to improve and to develop its capabilities. And this, you do this in the middle of marginalized area, and you have many difficulties over the different stages of the process. And thank you so much. We still have 10 minutes. If you have any intervention or any questions from the presence.
Yes, go.
And we have started a similar project. It's not as big as Argan, but with a Brazil nut, oil pressing for cosmetic market, and also now for roasted nuts for the market. And it's this project is together with an indigenous community in the south of Suriname, in the Amazonian area, because these trees only grow like in Morocco with the Argan Tree. It's only in a specific area. These trees only grow in the Brazilian area, right? So I'm going to get to my question. And we started a small factory with the community, and they're pressing oil, and we have some international buyers now for cosmetic products that use, it's called tuha oil. But I was wondering, why do you think Argan is so successful? I mean, I say Argan to every person says, oh yeah, I know Argan. Everybody knows Argan, right? How, I mean, I know it works. It's a very, what do you say? How do you say that? It's a product that works, you know, but why do you think everybody knows Argan? What have you done to make it so famous and successful around the world? And I have another question after this.
إذن شكرا للمتدخلة والتي قضت سنوات في المغرب وتعرف المغرب جيدا، والآن هي تعمل مع يعني الكوميونيتي انديجين يعني
Miss Jamila is working in Morocco
مع السكان الأصليين طبعا مع السكان.
And we have been working with indigenous people who are dealing with Argan Tree. So the question here, what did you do, or what makes Argan so famous, and to that degree, do you have a strategy? What did you do to make Argan known for everyone? Thanks. I would like to thank the lady who asked the question. You know Morocco, and she lived in Morocco, and the work you are doing in Suriname today with the indigenous people, I think that we have two main reasons for such a big promotion of Argan and to be known for everyone. It's about beauty, products, and cosmetics. The development of academic research and the international level in the beauty and the cosmetics, it shows the importance of argan oil, and it has many properties and when it comes to the health of the human, and it's used widely as a treatment and a cure, and it's used as in relaxation, like a spa in hotels. It can use as a product in a spa in the hotels, and this would help to make it known for everyone. The second reason, it's related to what we have said. It's related to the effort that were done by Morocco to develop the biosphere of Argan, and also to promote its products. As Ms. Jamila said, it's about developing the quality of Argan, and also to promote and to introduce it to the international as the international level, and also the rehabilitation and the building of capacities of the producers. Today, Moroccan argan is exported to remote areas, to Japan, to Middle East, to Europe, to Canada, to United States, and also to Latin America, such as Brazil. And this is thanks to our effort at the level of government in regarding to the strategy of developing the local products. And I would like to take this advantage to tell you something. Today, we have experience in the world. Morocco is the only place where Argan Tree is growing, and it's endemic to Argan. But we have Argan, and we have also Argan, maybe in other places, and we have other kind of oil. But the oil of Argan is coming from nature. It's endemic to Morocco, and it's 100% organic. And this is the reason why Argan is very known around the world. And thanks to our effort to let the people know about our product. Thank you, Mr. Mahdi.
Thank you very much. That makes so much sense. I think, yeah, I agree with government level that supports it very much as well. My other question was, I can imagine, especially with climate change that we see happening. I know in Morocco things were changing fast in seasons and everything. Do you do research on the trees and productivity and changes, and do you worry about what climate change can do to such a specialized group of trees in only one area in the world, right? I can see it's quite vulnerable, I can imagine. Do you worry about that, and are there strategies or anything supporting that?
Thank you. السيد أفقر، هل هناك يعني السؤال هو يعني شجرة الأرغان تقع في منطقة هشة، والآن المغرب معرض لتغيرات المناخية.
Do you have any concerns because of the impact on such a tree, or it may be vulnerable. Thank you. First of all, it's a very good question, because your question would summarize the future vision of this tree. So if we have enough time, I would go in details about Argan Tree, but I would like to talk about three things. The first thing, Argan Tree can live up to 400 years, and it has genic diversification. So this is like no other tree. If we take the same fruit from this tree, we will grow it, and it will give different kinds of plant. If we use its fruit to grow a new plant, and this would give it the ability to adapt to over dryness, and to adapt to diseases, and to adapt to abnormal or exceptional climate changes, such as increasing humidity, and also it can resist harmful plants, because in the genes, thanks to the genes of the Argan tree, it has the ability to adapt. Yes, I agree with you, Madam. This we always have natural balance over the history, and this would be fine. And we can respect the adaptation, so the adaptation of such a tree. But today, the natural factors have changed, and due to the real situation, the balance would change in regard to the relation between human and such a tree, and the uses of such a tree. So once we started to use inappropriate uses of such areas, such as overhunting, and also it's in places where it suffers from dryness and deforestation. But in generally speaking, some experts and partners in the series, or the chain, the supply chain, they know the importance of this substance, and those companies which are using the substance of the argan oil, they know the importance of such substance, and they are trying to help and to support us to conserve the argan tree. So the argan tree still has the power and strength to adapt to the climate changes, and also the argan tree can know about the changes and can adapt. For example, the leaves are coming down. When the temperature cannot be resisted, so as a reaction or a response, the argan tree can drop its leaves, and we can see the argan tree, it looks like it's dying, but it's sleeping. And also the argan tree can feel the amount of rain and the amount of humidity, and also it can revive itself. So it can also act naturally. So these properties and these features of Argan Tree, so science is not yet able to identify how can the Argan Tree measure in a way or another all such changes, dryness, humidity, and also the Argan Tree can identify the temperature, so it can have a kind of resistance and resilience. And you can also identify what is the level of strength that can enable such Argan Tree to go back to its natural balance through resilience. So 20 years ago, we have been working and we have many generations and women and cooperatives and bodies and the governmental authorities and also researchers have been involving in the research, and this would create a community that would help the Argan Tree. I would like to say finally that Argan is a complicated image of the nature, but the Argan Tree can know about the complexities of the nature and the changes of nature, and it can adapt to the nature in the same way as a normal tree. Thank you, Mr. Afker, for this explanation. And the resistance to dryness and the climate changes. I think this needs more academic research so we can understand the internal dynamics of such a tree. I think we have come to the end of this seminar. I would like to thank you, and I would like to thank you all. This material would be available, these presentations would be available, and you can watch it any time. And thanks to Mr. Afker, the General Director of the National Agency for Development of Oasis and
تطوير قدرات النساء في مجال شجرة الأرغان. شكرا جزيلا والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.